Hello, my wonderful Geminis. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay. So we have three cards that wanted to come out for you guys. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we also have the Nine of Wands. Okay. Someone is trying not to be concerned about you. Like, the Page of Swords upright is, a lot of curiosity. It could be spying, keeping tabs on someone. But in reverse, it's almost like, okay, I need to stop spying on Gemini, or I need to stop being concerned about Gemini. I need to stop checking up on their social media. Like, this person here could be trying to, like, yes, shift their focus, but they're trying their best not to be focused on you or consumed by thoughts of you this week. Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands, you may have this person blocked, or there's something here that you made very clear about your investment in this connection. And so what I mean by that is you could have let this person know that you know what you bring to the table, but you feel this person wasn't meeting you halfway, so you're no longer investing. Or there could be a conversation where you actually expressed to this person how invested you were in this connection, but maybe you felt like you weren't, it wasn't working out the way that you wanted it to, or you were, something about it was becoming very draining. Because with the Nine of Wands, if you don't have this person blocked, they're viewing you as someone who's very protective over your energy. They highly doubt that you are going to open up to them the same way that you have in the past. Okay. So let's see here. So we have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Six of Swords. Okay. Gemini, this is very specific, but some of you, like this week, when you're looking at the connection with this individual here, you may feel like you guys were bonding over, or there was something here in the connection that kept the both of you together. So it could be, the fact that you guys were able to converse about anything, like you were bonding over something, but you feel like that was the only thing that was ultimately keeping the both of you together. And that very thing that was keeping the both of you together seemed like it wasn't going to be enough forever. It was only going to be enough for the time being. So if it's like someone that you travel a lot with and you guys have a lot of fun together, maybe you feel like even though there were obstacles, because the both of you traveled together, because the both of you have so much fun together, it kind of kept the relationship together. But then now you're like, okay, well, we can't just have fun all the time to ignore our issues. So that may work for the time being, but it's not going to work forever, pretty much is what I'm getting here. And so with the Six of Swords, that is an energy of moving forward, or at least moving towards something that feels more, that helps you feel more at ease. So I'm going to start off by seeing how this person is viewing you this week. This person is viewing you as extremely protective over your energy. It doesn't just have to be that you're not sharing, what you're experiencing or what you're going through. It could also just be like you're being very cautious with what you're investing your time and energy into. They may feel like you were giving them more of your time and energy in the past, and now it's like, okay, no more. Or if you do communicate with them, it's very brief. Okay. So the way that they're viewing you, High Priestess, they can't figure you out. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces, but here's what I see, Gemini. For this person to be viewing you in that energy, they can't figure you out, but they feel like you've figured them out, or there's an energy of feeling exposed. I'll tell you why. The High Priestess is when you know more than you show. So it's not someone who's oblivious. The energy is not oblivious or, being clueless, but It is knowing or gaining some sort of information, but you're keeping it to yourself. You're not reacting. It's a very passive energy that they're viewing you in. So they feel like you figured something out about them, but you're keeping it to yourself. This may very much be someone you are not speaking to this week. Even if the falling out was very recent, there's something about viewing you as silent, not wanting to speak to them, keeping to yourself, but it's not because you don't know what's going on. You know exactly what's going on, or you've gained some sort of clarity. It's just you intentionally saying, well, I don't want to speak to you about it, or I now know what I need to know, and that's enough for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I owe you an explanation, or I don't feel like I need to tell you what I figured out about you, that sort of thing. Mm. We have the King of Swords followed by the Empress, okay, in the challenge position. You could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. There's some sort of a heated discussion that you and this person were in, okay? Because in the challenge position, what I see is someone who is thinking about like a heated discussion. Maybe it was an argument, take it how it resonates, but the word that I was getting is like heated discussion. And with the King of Swords and the Empress, they feel like you really proved your point, or you were able to speak your truth, and that's something that they're still processing. I'm not sure why it's coming through to me like that, but it is coming through where they're, yes, acknowledging the discussion that you guys had, but they feel like you've made something extremely clear and there's no turning around. And it's not to say you were not truthful with this person in the past, but I think that there's actually something you specifically said to this person that you held back on saying because you felt like it would come off too blunt, or you felt like they would be very defensive. But you got to a point of giving in and saying, you know what? I'm just going to say it, because if I'm looking out for you constantly and wondering if the things that I say will hurt you, then who's going to look out for me? Because as much as maybe something I say might hurt you, even if it's the truth, me holding that information in is going to affect me, right? So it's like an energy of looking out for yourself and being transparent with this person. So what I see is them thinking about a heated discussion, but there's like they're really viewing you in an energy of Gemini has made their intentions clear, or they have made what they're going to do moving forward very clear, and I don't think that they're going to backtrack here. Some of you could have communicated to this person, like, you may have felt that there was a point in this relationship where this person was becoming either too comfortable, or you feel like the both of you were becoming too comfortable, right? I'm not here to play the blame game, but this person feels like you made it very clear that you don't have to tolerate what you have been tolerating. So, what this is going to mean to you or how it's going to resonate with you could obviously vary. It's a general read, but there's something about you making it clear in terms of, I don't have to be dealing with this, or I have been patient through A, B, and C, but I really don't have to be, or I didn't have to be in the past. But the fact that you are coming off entitled is making me want to draw my energy back. Like, there's something here that you were constantly tolerating, and it got to the point where this person may have felt by default you're just going to tolerate it, or you're just going to be okay with it. But you made it very clear that, you know what, I made a choice to tolerate that because I cared about you, or I didn't want to give up on you, but I'm now making a choice that I don't want to tolerate that. So the way that you're viewing them, the Hermit, some of you could be dealing with the Virgo. You're viewing them as someone who is isolated. You do feel that they are learning something about themselves or this connection here, but I feel like the both of you are not speaking to each other this week because you're viewing them as very isolated, keeping to themselves. You may also feel like when this person is upset, they kind of just isolate, or they fall off the face of the earth, right? Like, you may sense that when they're upset, or this is something you know about them because of the past that you guys have together, that they tend to avoid situations, or they don't want to speak to anyone when they're not feeling their best or going through something. But you don't feel like that's benefiting the connection here, because it just leads to, a situation where you guys are not communicating with each other and there's a lot of silence. Okay. So, in your feelings, we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. We have the Nine of Wands twice. So, not only are you extremely protective over your energy, I see you really looking at the situation this week, looking at your investment, your effort, and saying, was it worth it or was it not? And moving forward, is it going to be worth it for me to focus on this and try to find a solution? Or is it time for me to just set very clear boundaries and move forward? What I see is many of you are leaning towards the direction of protecting your energy or completely blocking this person. So you could have blocked their number. Maybe you, got some sort of like a no contact order, or you're making that promise to yourself. Sorry guys, my stomach is rumbling. I'm intermittent fasting, but I'll be having my lunch soon. But as far as the Nine of Wands as well as the Seven of Pentacles, I do feel like you are choosing to protect your energy, or there are some sort of very clear boundaries that you are putting in place. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like it has a lot to do with your investment in this situation in the past and feeling like this person wasn't meeting you halfway, or looking at the situation and saying, I've done A, B, and C. And it's not to say that you're bringing up what you've done, but you're acknowledging what you have gone through and feeling like it wasn't appreciated. Instead, it was taken for granted, or it was kind of just expected from you, right? Kind of like a very entitled energy. Five of Cups in your feelings, and then King of Cups. You are disappointed, but it doesn't change the fact that, you do still love this person, or you have emotions for them. I feel like you're more disappointed, and so you're focused on that instead of the emotions you have for them. But there's also an energy of you trying to feel very balanced when it comes to this connection, right? It's like this week you could feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster, or you feel like some days it's much easier not to think about this person, and other days it's, you're thinking, it seems that they're all you can think about. So I do see you trying to find that emotional balance, if you will. And I think what's causing you to feel guarded is how disappointed you feel with the situation. And something that's coming through very strongly, guys, is like you really paying attention to how much time, energy, patience you've invested in this individual here. So the Two of Pentacles is clarifying the King of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Empress. This person doesn't really know what to do or how to communicate with you, because the Two of Pentacles is a very back and forth energy, and it's clarifying the King of Swords. There's something about either not knowing how to communicate with you when you're upset with them, or it's what you've made very clear. Some of you could have genuinely told this person, I do not want to communicate with you, or this is over. And so they really don't know how to come back from that, or if they can come back from that at all. And the Wheel of Fortune clarifying the Empress, there's a change, a positive change occurring for you, even if it's just releasing this person from your energy and moving forward, and it's visible to them. This person is viewing you as someone who's like in a new chapter, going through a new chapter in your life, or you've closed one chapter and you're just moving forward. Even if it's not a large change to you, to this person, it feels like, well, Gemini is not who I used to know, because they're definitely not invested. I'm seeing a new side of Gemini where they are no longer invested in this connection. They're more focused on themselves. And for some of you, there could also be children in this dynamic. I'm seeing two kings, then we have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Empress. Okay, what's going on in their feelings? Ace of Pentacles, okay, and the Tower. This person is thinking about surprising you or reaching out to you unexpectedly. So, for example, if the falling out was like a couple of days ago or very recent, they're waiting for things to kind of, simmer down here, if you will, so that they could offer you something. This seems like a very unexpected offer, or someone who wants to surprise you. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. We have the Three of Wands in their feelings and the Seven of Wands. What else do we have here? The Hierophant. It's interesting because I see an unexpected offer is what they want in their feelings. But when you have the Three of Wands as well as the Seven of Wands, it is someone who is still a bit on, no, not on the fence, defensive. They're defensive about something that has occurred between the both of you in the past. They feel like they can't give up on you or this connection without at least trying one more time. But there's something here that they're having trouble witnessing, or sorry, not witnessing, acknowledging with the Hierophant. And like I said, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, the two kings. So for some of you, it could be that this person was dishonest with you in the past, or there's just something they're having a hard time admitting to you. I don't feel like they're in denial about it. I just feel like they're struggling with being vocal about it. Because it's like they want to offer you something, but Three of Wands and Seven of Wands, very defensive energy. And those two cards are being clarified by the Hierophant there, which is very defensive when it comes to a commitment. Some of you could also be, you guys could have differences when it comes to your belief system, your values. Could even just be like religious or cultural factors, but there's something here that's causing them to feel a bit defensive. Five of Swords, followed by the Nine of Cups and the potential outcome. Okay, what's the Five of Swords? The Emperor, Nine of Cups, the Ace of Swords. I see you receiving clarity from this person. I feel like it may be when you least expect it. But with the Five of Swords as well as the Nine of Cups, it's like, again, they don't want to give up on this connection, or they want to try at least one more time so that they could say, well, at least I tried and it didn't work. Like them just not doing anything about it is causing them to feel uneasy. Now, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups, and we have the Ace of Swords clarifying the Nine of Cups as well. I do see you gaining the clarity, but the Emperor or gaining some sort of clarity, but the Emperor as well as the Five of Swords, guys, like what I see in the outcome is, as much as you're gaining some sort of clarity, or this person is, coming forward and offering you something, there's some sort of a power battle, or like there's an energy of someone really wanting to be in control, because with the Emperor and the Five of Swords, it's very conflicting for someone to like go with the flow of things. It's kind of like a my way or the highway energy, or they want a very specific way of how, or they have a very specific way of how they want things to transpire between the both of you. So the advice behind the cards may be to release control or allow something to unfold the way that it should. Okay. So, my wonderful Geminis, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.